Good morning. Today is Wednesday, March 16, and this is Devotions from St. Paul Evangelical Lutheran Church in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I'm going to take a passage from Luke's Gospel today and some things that Jesus said about salvation. And then we're going to see what we can come up with from that. So this is from Luke's Gospel. This is from chapter 13. Jesus went through one town and village after another, teaching as he made his way to Jerusalem. Someone asked him, "Lord, will only a few be saved?" He said to them, "Strive to enter through the narrow door, for many, I tell you, will try to enter, but will not be able. When once the owner of the house has got up and shut the door, and you begin to stand outside and knock at the door, saying, 'Lord, open to us,' then in reply he will say to you, 'I do not know where you come from.' Then you will begin to say, 'We ate and drank with you, and you taught in our streets.' But he will say, 'I do not know where you came from. Go away from me, all you evildoers.' There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth when you see Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and all the prophets in the kingdom of God, and you yourselves thrown out. Then people will come from east and west, from north and south, and will eat in the kingdom of God. Indeed, some are last who will be first, and some are first who will be last." Just a couple of things in here that I'd like to highlight and then comment on. First, Jesus says, try to enter through the narrow door. It would seem to say to me that you can't just do anything and get salvation, go into heaven with Jesus. That there's a way, there's a path that has been defined. And it also says that many will try to get in, but will not be able. So it seems to me a big question is, what's the path? What's the way to the narrow door? And at least for me, I think, and I get most of this from the New Testament and mostly from things that Paul said about what Jesus wrote, and that is, it's all relationship with Jesus. The Pharisees believed that Jesus was special, but they didn't believe in Jesus. We have to believe in Jesus. We have to have faith in Jesus. We have to have a relationship with Jesus. Now, Jesus also says, once the owner shuts the door, it will remain shut. Now, he didn't exactly say what this is, but think about what might come. We believe in our creed that Jesus will come again. That might be a symbol of the door being shut. We might have to make our profession of faith and foster our relationship before that happens. I'm not sure that's right, but that's at least one possibility. But it says to me, in no uncertain terms, there's no time to be lost in getting your relationship with Jesus right. No time to be lost. Work on it every day. Now, the last part is a little bit strange to me, but I think at least one interpretation would make it very real to the people of Israel at that time, because they knew the history of their people. And it says, being in the family is not enough. Specifically, the people will come from east and west and from north and south, and will eat in the kingdom. The Israelites know the history. When Moses led the people out of Egypt, that generation did not get in the promised land except for Joshua and Caleb. Because when the spies went to look and saw the promised land, they are the only two who came back and said, "We can do this. The Lord will help us do this." The others came back and scared the people, and they decided not to go. And so none of them got to the promised land. So they understand the idea of the door being shut. It happened in their history. I don't see a door being shut physically like it was to that generation. I see it a door being shut, but right now we're shutting it by ourselves. I see a really positive thing in the last line there, where people will come from the east and west and from the north and south, because I think that's where Paul was preaching to the Gentiles, and that's you and me. And so the door is open to us. The door and the path to Jesus is open to us. And it's up to us to make it to that door by making our relationship with Jesus right. So again, I encourage, every day, think about Jesus. Every day, listen to Jesus. Every day, make your relationship right. Thank you.